Hello there, and welcome to your first tutorial showing you how to make the changes to your website with the Build With Us service. You should have received an email from us containing a link to your dashboard and your username and password. You need this email to hand before you get started. If you can click on the link to visit the dashboard, you'll find yourself on a screen similar to this. Fill in your username and password here and then click Login. You'll then be presented to the dashboard. You can see there's some helpful links here, but what you want to do first is upload all your media images first to your media library. So what we'd recommend you do is create a little folder on your computer and put together all the photos you think you're going to need for your website. Don't worry about the sizing. If they're too large, we've got a special plugin attached to the website which will bring the sizing down to the right size in most cases, unless they're extremely high resolution, in which case you may need to manually resize those to a lower resolution so that they're not too heavy. If the pictures are too small, then we recommend you don't use them, as the result will be very pixelated and it can actually be more damaging to a website to have a very fuzzy looking image than to have less images than you'd like. So in order to add your media, click on the media tab on your left hand side and click on the Add New button. This will take you through to an area where you can select files. So as I mentioned before, if you've got them all into a folder like so, let's see if I've created a special photo album. You can select multiple items all in one go as seen and then click on Open. And you'll see that those are uploading there on the right. When you see that there's an edit button, it means they're uploaded. If you click on the library, you'll see that the images that are currently in the media library. So these are the 5 that I've just added. You can see that they're actually replicas of what's already there before. But just to give you a little overview, if you click on this little icon here, this is the list view, and you can see a few bits of information there, such as the time, the date it was added, and so on. And also it tells you that the name of the file, etc. If you click on this grid view, it's quite helpful this bit. You can click onto the actual image, and then you can amend the title here. You can add alt text, which is good for search engines, captions and descriptions, and so on. And then moving on with the right arrow, it'll automatically save what you've entered, and you can carry on and do all your pictures all at the same time, which is really useful. So if you were to change the title, for example, to, let's say, imagine you had lots of different properties, or you wanted to name them by the room, so this would be a bedroom obviously, you could make the title bedroom, and then if you had to do a search for bedroom photos, all those photos that are titled bedroom would come up. So it's just quite useful for classification purposes. Once you've added all your media, it's time to edit your site. So if you just click back to dashboard, it'll bring you back to the beginning, and you can do that at any time. And you'll see at the top of the page, there's front end as well. So in actual fact, when you're making your changes, you're always going to be at the front end. And we're going to split the video tutorials into easy to follow bite-sized chunks to allow you to do little bits and then move on, and you'll gradually learn how to do them in a way that's not too overwhelming. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to show you how to edit the main text areas first, and then we'll talk about the photos. So once you're on the front end, you just click on Front End Editor, and this will load up the page editor. And you'll see it'll reload the page like this. And then when it's loaded up again, when you hover over the bits and pieces that make up the page, you'll see they have a little blue square around them. So what you need to do now is just click into each box and you just overtype with your own wording. And it's as simple as that. Once you've finished writing out your words, click Save, and that little box will close down. You click into the next text block, make your changes. So in this instance, just delete the old text, type your own text, and click Save. And make your way all the way down and fill in each box exactly the same way. So with this is called an info box, and you'll see that the title and the text area is all together. And you just overtype here, so demo accommodation name, and you can have a title here like, for example, this is good for SEO purposes. You could say something along the lines of 3-bedroom holiday cottage in Sidmouth, Devon, UK, for example. And then here you put the text, you'd put a little bit of information about the property there, for example, and save. And then when you finish doing that all through the page, just click Done and Publish. And you'll see that as soon as that's loaded up, all your changes have been saved. And that's it. That's all you need to do with regards to text. Now you can move on to the next video, which will tell you how to change the images on your webpage. Take care. Bye-bye.